Okay, now, so let's focus on our next topic. Simos, into this section, in between firewall authentication and high availability, this topic is complete, okay? Firewall authentication, layer 2 firewall, and high availability. Okay, Simos? So these topics are pending: virtual domain, logging and monitoring, and VPN implementation.
Okay.
So these topics are pending. Let's focus on this topic today. It's called virtual domain concept.
Okay.
Virtual domain. So what is virtual domain, or in short, you can say VDOM concept. VDOM. So in firewall, in FortiGate firewall, you can say VDOM or virtual domain concept. In other firewall, like in Cisco, you can say security context or virtual firewall concept. So wait. Okay, so topic is virtual domain. In virtual domain, we can divide our single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. Okay, for example, I have one FortiGate firewall device, and this firewall is connected with your LAN site network. Okay, this is your LAN switch. In your LAN site network, you have multiple departments, for example, marketing departments, sales department, and HR department. So you have multiple departments here. To manage multiple departments, or you can say to manage multiple VLANs, we have a single firewall device. In case if I want dedicated appliance, okay, I want separate departmental control. So I want dedicated appliance, dedicated firewall device for each department. Okay, I want to configure separate type of NAT policy, firewall policy, okay, routing configuration for each department. Okay, or you can say I'm looking for L3, dedicated L3 firewall device for marketing and sales firewall device. But for HR department, I'm looking for layer 2 firewall. So into this scenario, what you can do, if you want separate departmental control, if you want dedicated layer 2 or layer 3 firewall device, okay, for your VLANs, for your department, so what you can do, we have three departments right now. So we need three separate physical appliances, CMOS, right? We need three separate physical devices. If you are going with three separate physical devices, then what about cost? Cost is very high. That's why what we can do, we can go with VDOM concept. We can divide, no need to buy multiple physical appliances. You can buy a single big box. You can buy a single big box, and with the help of license, you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. So you can divide your appliance. You can divide your appliance in multiple virtual firewall box. So you have marketing firewall, sales firewall. So marketing firewall device, sales firewall, HR firewall. So you can divide your single firewall in multiple VDOMs. These are what? VDOMs, virtual domain in short, you can say. VDOM concept. VDOM concept. So we have marketing VDOM, sales VDOM, and HR VDOM. So first you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box with the help of license. After that, you can assign your resources. These interfaces are called resources. These interfaces are called resources. For example, you have port number 2, port number 3, port number 4, port number 5, port number 6, and port number 7. And port number 6 and port number 7. And port number 6 and port number 5 and port number 6 and port number 7. And port number 6 and port number 5 and port number 6 and port number 7. And port number 6 and port number 5 and port number 6 and port number 7. So wait. So first you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. After that, you can assign your interfaces, your resources. So now in marketing firewall device, I have two interfaces. In sales, I have two interfaces. In HR firewall device, I have two interfaces. And there is no any communication. There is no any communication in between VDOMs. They cannot communicate with each other. We have separate independent units. So now this time marketing traffic is traveling via marketing firewall device, sales traffic is traveling via sales, HR traffic is traveling via HR firewall device.
We'll get a different number of WAN ports also for the firewall.
Depend upon deployment. I will tell you the deployment option. Okay. We have two deployment mode in VDOM concept. I will tell you. But right now, clear this concept, this one.
Yeah, when we come with the 40 tokens, how it will
40,
divide for the
40, 40 token.
yeah, how it will divide for VDOMs.
Okay, you have 40 token appliance.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
40.
VDOM concept you can use only in FortiGate firewall device.
Yeah, in FortiGate only 40 token will be there, no? For the two-way authentications, multiple factors.
No, we are not talking about this 40 token. Well, but it's not related with VDOMs, Timos.
No, that will be when we divide into VDOMs, how it will work. That there is a license for the every user, how many license we want, we have to take, no, individually. And that license, how it will divide on the VDOM, that's what the question.
See, you can buy license as per your requirement. You want 10 firewall devices, you want to divide in 20 firewall devices, you can buy the license.
This is also separate license, VDOM?
Yes, it's a separate license, VDOM license.
Okay.
We need VDOM license. Clear now?
Yeah.
40 token, it's just a method you can use with single firewall device, you can use multiple firewall devices. Right now, our focus is on only VDOM, how to divide our single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall boxes.
No, the question we divided into one physical device is
How to work? Okay, Simos, if you have single firewall device, how to use your 40 token method? I don't know what is the process, but you can use, right?
yeah, the 40 token.
Wait, let me complete. You have 40 token appliance. You have FortiGate firewall device. You can use it, Simos.
Mhm.
How you can use it? You need a connectivity, right?
Yes, yes.
Same. Here we have what? Here we have three firewall device. If you work with single firewall device, you can work with three firewall devices.
Mhm.
Clear my point?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we can do, we can divide our single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. How to work with a firewall device? This is not our task. Okay, how to work with marketing firewall, how to work with sales or HR. This is not our task. Okay, we all know how to work with the firewall appliance, how to configure interface, how to configure routing, okay, how to configure policies, how to configure VPN. We all know. Our focus is on how to divide our single appliance into multiple virtual appliance. So the concept is VDOM concept in FortiGate firewall. Now to manage these VDOMs, we can go with single administrator option. We can go with single administrator. If you remember, we have a default admin account. We have default admin account in FortiGate firewall is called admin, right? And with this admin account, we have predefined profile. It's attached super underscore admin profile. Remember, we have two predefined profile in FortiGate firewall. Two predefined profile, super underscore admin and professional underscore admin. Any idea, Simos?
Super admin I have seen.
If you remember day one session or day two session video, we already discussed this concept. RBAC. Remember RBAC, role-based access control. We can create multiple firewall administrators account.
Yes, yes.
So if you remember, we discussed already, we have two predefined profile in FortiGate firewall. First, we have super underscore admin, and second option is professional underscore admin.
Okay.
So my point is, if any administrator has super underscore admin profile, any administrator has super underscore admin profile, so he has full global access. He has full global access. He can do anything in firewall device. He can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. He can go in any firewall device. He can do any kind of changes. So you can go with single administrator option, single admin for all VROMs. Or in case if you are looking for separate administrator for each VROM, separate administrator for each VROM. So you can use this concept is called per VROM administrator, per VROM admin account. Okay, for example, for marketing, I'm creating admin 1. For sales firewall device, I'm creating admin 2. For HR, I'm creating admin 3. So you can create separate administrator for each firewall, for each VDOM. And you can attach with these accounts, you can attach your predefined professional underscore admin profile. You can attach your professional underscore admin profile. This predefined profile you can attach. Predefined profile you can attach. So now this time, this admin one, he has full access. He can do any kind of changes, but only in marketing firewall device. Admin 2, he has full access. He can do any kind of changes, but only in sales firewall. Admin 3 for HR firewall. Clear? So you can go with single administrator option, or you can go with per VDOM admin option. So most clear?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How, where we'll implement this one? Can you give any example? I have 3 buildings, different blocks, or we can say A, B, C block. Can I put it this firewall and centralized location, and can I say divide into 3 VDOM, 3 virtual firewalls, and I can use? Can I
See,
do?
if you have a requirement to for separate department control, you can do this. If you want separate department control, okay, you want a dedicated appliance for marketing, for sales, for HR, you can do this.
Okay. No. We can write it as separate rule for the department. When we go for the separate firewall, what is the advantage?
Separate firewall advantage. Your question is what?
See, if we
Smooth?
want a separate traffic or separate rules for the for
Yes,
specific.
separate rule is you can, if you want to manage your marketing firewall device, you can go in your marketing firewall device, you can do all your configuration, interface configuration, policy configuration, NAT configuration. This time you have a dedicated appliance.
I'm asking about the specific configuration if we require for this any of
I will
the.
show you the how to configure it, how to divide in VDOMs. I will show you.
Yeah, how can we implement the HA here with the VDOMs?
Exactly, you can do this, no problem.
Okay.
But this is not our task.
Okay.
You can do this. High availability concept you can discuss in more detail in NSC 7 training.
No,
But
on
but
the
in case, but in let me complete. But in case if you want to implement, okay, I'm not talking about NSC 7, NSC 4 training, okay? If you want to implement, you can do this. You need two separate physical appliance. First, you can divide your VROM option, divide your single firewall box into multiple. So you need separate license for both firewall devices.
Okay.
VROM license. After that, you can configure high availability. You can utilize box 1. It's active appliance. You can second box is standby device. But it's a high availability detailed configuration. Simos, okay?
Okay.
In a C4 training, what you learn about high availability, if you have two appliances, you can do this. You can go with high availability. But yes, we have a detailed discussion in high availability. But for this, you can go for NSC 7.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes.
Clear this point? We can go with single administrator, or you can go with per VDOM admin account.
Yeah. For high-end firewalls, can we get a console board separately, management board?
In high-end appliance,
Yes, yes.
you can use any port as a console port, no problem. Okay, okay. You are talking about console port, not management port. You are talking about console port. Yes, you can get a console port in any device, entry level to high-end appliance. Console port is a common.
Yeah, how it will work on the VDOMs console board?
Console is to manage your firewall device. Simos, CLI option only.
Yeah.
Console we are using only for CLI. We cannot access for graphical page. We cannot use console port. Console port is for only local management.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, you can, if you want to do some basic CLI option, use. If you want to use, you can go with console.
Okay, physical device you can see.
Yes, see on physical devices and from entry level to high-end appliance, you will get console port always in any vendor.
Okay.
Clear now? Okay. So
Yes.
now, so we can go with single admin account, or we can go with per VDOM administrator. Now wait, let's talk about some scenario. Okay, so I told you there is no any communication in between VDOMs. You can, once you divide, okay, there is no any communication in between VDOMs. They cannot communicate. Okay, you have three independent units. So now let's talk about deployment scenario. Deployment scenario, for example, here into this scenario, you can see into this scenario, into this deployment method, I need separate ISP connection for each video. You can see into this scenario, we need separate ISP connection. Separate ISP connection for marketing, separate ISP connection for sales, separate ISP connection for HR. Into this topology, we have an issue. The issue is what? Right now we have three departments. Right now we have three VDOM. So we need three separate ISP connection. If you have 10 VDOMs, then 10 separate ISP connection. It's very difficult. In my network, I have a single ISP connection. Then in my network, if I have a single ISP connection, then you can change your scenario. What you can do? You can divide your single appliance. You can divide your single appliance in one more VDOM. It's called 2_internet. Just a name, okay? 2_internet. 2_internet. It's a VDOM name, like marketing, sales, and HR. It's a VDOM name. So you can create a separate VDOM 2_internet, and your ISP connection, you can put into this 2_internet VDOM. Clear my point? Simos?
It's a separate VDOM.
Yes, it's a separate VDOM, like marketing, sales, and HR. So you can create a that's just a name, 2_internet is just a name. So you can create your VDOM. You can put your ISP connection here. And now I told you there is no any communication in between VDOMs, but it's a by default. It's a by default. If you want to create a communication in between VDOMs, you can create inter-VDOM link. You can create inter-VDOM link. So what you have your separate VDOM is called 2_internet. So you can create a inter-VDOM link in between marketing and 2_internet, sales to 2_internet, HR 2_internet. You can create communication. For this, you can create inter-VDOM link. Now, marketing traffic is traveling via marketing firewall device. Marketing sales traffic is traveling like this. HR traffic is traveling like this. Marketing firewall box don't know anything about marketing and sales. They don't know anything about HR. Marketing firewall box, he has idea about only 2_internet. Clear this scenario?
Yes.
If you have separate ISP connection, single ISP connection, no problem. Just create a video. You can put your ISP connection in VDOM, and you can create an Inter-VDOM link. So we have two type of deployment method. Separate, if you have separate ISP for each VDOM, you can do this. Otherwise, if you have single ISP connection, you can use this scenario. Now let's discuss some other option here. Without license, you cannot do this practical CMOS, okay? But I can show you some idea about, because I have an old image, so I can show you this option. Wait. So you can divide your single firewall box in multiple VDOMs. It's called multiple virtual firewall box. It's called VDOM concept. Now we have independent VDOMs option, or you can go with routing through the VDOM if you have single ISP connection. Okay, what about VDOM mode? What about VDOM mode? If I want to select VDOM mode option in FortiGate, we have two options: split VDOM mode. So there are two VDOM modes: split VDOM and multi VDOM. What is split VDOM? In a split VDOM, FortiGate has two VDOM in total. If you are using this VDOM mode, split VDOM concept, so you can get only two VDOM. First is root VDOM, second is FG traffic. This VDOM mode you can use when you are working with security fabric concept. So security fabric is a Fortinet concept. I'm not going to talk about this, but I'm giving you an idea. If you are working with security fabric concept in Fortinet, so you can go with split VDOM concept, because split VDOM support security fabric. In a split VDOM, you can get two VDOM in total only. If I'm looking for multiple VDOMs like marketing, sales, HR, finance, director, manager, so we can go with multi VDOM option. This is our task. I want to divide my single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. Can create multiple VDOMs that can function as a multiple independent units. Seems clear for you? This point?
Multiple means there is no limit.
Sorry? Multi-VDOM.
Yeah, multi-VDOM means?
Multi-VDOM is a mode option. When you store your license, now you can decide. When you install VDOM license, then you can decide to use a VDOM mode. If you are working with security fabric concept, so you can go with split VDOM. But if you want to create multiple VDOM, for example, you have a license for 10 VDOM, so you can go with multi-VDOM option.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Now, VDOM administrator. So yes, a single admin account can manage multiple FortiGate firewall device. If any admin account has super_admin profile, he can do anything. This admin account can do anything. He has full global access. He can create your firewall device, your single firewall box into multiple VDOMs. Okay, this admin account can work with any firewall device, any VDOM option. He can go anywhere, he can do any kind of changes. But in case if you are looking for a separate admin account for each VDOM, so the concept is per VDOM administrator. Per VDOM administrator. So admin account, this admin account, he's responsible for marketing, for example. Now, wait. Okay, so how to create for this? I have a old Fortinet image, so I can show you some basic idea. Without license, you cannot do practical CMOS, okay? But I have an old image, so I can show you some option. Clear my point?
Can you share that image? We'll also.
Yes. It's an old image. But you cannot do your full practicals, CMOS. It's a 5.2.3.
Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to upload this image, this old image, 5.2.3.
Okay.
We can do our practice here. Simos, can you hear me? Satinder?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this is old FortiGate firewall device. We can do our verification for VDOMs here. 192, 168, 255, 190. So this is complete FortiGate firewall appliance. Satinder, Simos. This is complete FortiGate firewall device, but it's an old image. So you can see everyone, we have same option. We have same option here, system, router, policy and object, security profile, VPN, user and devices. Right now, this firewall mode is single mode firewall. Simos, can you hear me? Satinder? By
Yes.
default, this firewall mode is what? Single mode firewall. So if you want to change the mode, you can go with CLI command, config system global, set VDOM, enable. You can press enter. You can type in command. Yes, I want to change mode, VDOM mode. I want to enable VDOM mode option. So when you log out and log in again this time, you can see option is change. See, Option is changed. Now we have two tab. Now we have two tab option. Global system, global tab, and virtual domains. We have two options. See, global tab and virtual domains. So what is global tab, please? So global system is a centralized option, centralized platform where you can create multiple VROMs. You can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box. You can create VROM administrators account. You can assign your interface to respective VROMs. So all VROM related tasks you can perform in global tab. Clear my point? Simos, Satinder?
Yes.
Once you create your VROMs, once you create your multiple VROMs, so you can get all VROM list here, all firewall list here. So you can see here we have a default VROM. It's called root VROM. It's a default VROM. All interfaces you can verify here if you click on VROMs. So we have default VROMs. It's called root VROM, and all interfaces are participating in this default VROM, root VROM. Now you can create marketing, sales, HR. So once you create your multiple VROMs, so you can get all VROM information here with plus sign, see, plus root, plus marketing firewall, plus sales firewall, plus HR firewall. If you want to work with any firewall device, just expand this. Okay, for example, I want to work with root VROM. You can expand and see same option. Network configuration, routing configuration, policy configuration, security profile configuration. So how to work with a firewall device? This is not our task. Okay, you guys are familiar with this. How to work with a appliance, how to configure interfaces, routing, policy, NAT, VPN. You can configure. But how to divide? So to divide, you can click on global system. You can go in VROM option. You can click on create. Simple task. If you have a license, simple task. You can click on create new. You can give a name for this VROM. For example, I'm giving a name marketing-firewall. It's a VROM name. After that, you can decide for operation mode, L3 appliance or L2 appliance. You can decide. So this is old image. This is old image. So we can give virtual domain name. We can provide operational mode option. But if you are working with new OS version, so in new OS version, we have some new option. Let me show you. In new OS version, if you want to create any VROMs, now you can get this option. See, I told you can go in global system, you can click on VROMs, and now you can click on create new. See here, you can decide marketing-firewall. It's a VROM name. And now in new OS version, you can go with next generation firewall mode. We have two options, profile base and policy base. So we can use our Fortinet firewall, next generation firewall mode. We have two options, profile base and policy base. What is the difference in between both? I will tell you later, okay? Later, I will tell you what is the difference in between profile base and policy base. But my point is, you can decide. If you are creating your VROM, you can decide for next generation firewall mode, profile base or policy base. After that, if you want to decide your operation mode, so yes, you can go in VROM. You can use config VROM command. Edit, yes, I want to edit marketing VROM, marketing firewall VROM. So you can type VROM name. You can go in VROM, and after that, you can use this command to change firewall operation mode. Config system settings, set OP mode. You can decide L3 firewall appliance or L2 firewall appliance. Clear now my point? Simos, Satinder?
Yes.
So you can create your VROMs. First task is what? If you have a license, you can create your VROM. After that, you can assign your interfaces. You can assign your interfaces. For example, port number 3, port number 3. I want to use in marketing firewall device. I told you, you have first you can divide your single firewall box into multiple virtual firewall box, marketing, sales, HR. After that, you can assign your resources. These interfaces are called resources. So once you create your VDOM option, after that, you can go in global system. I told you, global system is a centralized place where you can create VDOM option. You can assign your interface to VDOM. You can create VDOM administrator account. So once you create VDOM, you can go in network interface tab and you can assign port number 3. For example, port number 3 and port number 4. These two interfaces I want to use in marketing firewall device. So yes, you can edit your port number 3. You can get this VDOM option. If you click on this arrow button, you can get all the options: customer VDOM, root VDOM, marketing VDOM, sales, HR. So if I want to put this interface in marketing, I can select marketing VDOM, click on OK. So you can assign interface to a VDOM. After that, you can create VDOM administrator account. VDOM administrator account. See, you can go in global system. You can go in administrator option. This is administrator account name, customer-admin. Just an example, customer-admin. It's admin account name. And then you can attach your profile. I told you we have two predefined profile: professional_admin and super_admin. So you can attach your profile option and you can see we have two VDOM. So single administrator can manage multiple VDOMs. You can attach as per your requirement. Okay, for example, into this slide, this customer-admin account, he can manage custom VDOM and root VDOM. Both VDOMs he can manage. So you can create VDOM administrator account. Administrator account, if you are trying to create here, you cannot create because we don't have license. We can change the mode, but we don't have license. You can just click on OK.
When we work the VDOMs, how the operating firmware will work? It will be the same or different for the every VDOM?
You have a single appliance CMOS.
No, fair.
Logically, okay, you have a switch CMOS. You have a layer 2 switch. CMOS, if you have layer 2 switch, if you are creating multiple VLANs, so do you have different firmware for each VLAN?
No.
It's the same concept.
Okay.
Okay, now my point is here we have, okay. So once you create your VDOM option, everyone, once you create your VDOMs, you can get all VDOM list here. And now if you want to assign your interfaces, you can click on network interface. You can select your interface. You can click on edit. You can put this interface in VDOM. You can get VDOM list here. Right now we have a default root VDOM, but you can create. You can go in admin tab. You can click on administrator, and yes, you can create a separate admin account for each VDOM. You can say per VDOM administrator account. Okay, so how to create VDOM administrator? I hope it's clear. Satinder, without license, you cannot perform this lab. Okay, so I'm giving you the basic idea about practical implementation. That's why I'm using this old image. Satinder. Okay, how to create VDOMs, how to assign your interface to VDOM. Now let's talk about two settings. So two settings: global settings and setting for each VDOM. So what is global setting? So for some configuration, we need to go with the global system option. Global setting. What is global setting? This is the global setting. This tab is called what? Global setting. Global setting option. So now for some setting, we need to go with the global setting option. See, like a host name. For high availability configuration, you need to go with the global setting. FortiGuard setting, you need to go with the global setting. System time, administrator account. If you want to create multiple admin account for VDOMs, you need to go with the global setting. Now the next option is setting for each VDOM. setting for each video. So for example, I have marketing firewall device, sales firewall device, HR firewall device. So setting for each video, for example, this marketing firewall mode is transparent. This marketing firewall device mode is what? Transparent. But I want to use this firewall device as a layer 3 firewall. I want to use this firewall appliance as a layer 3 firewall. So yes, no problem. You can go in marketing firewall device. If you remember command, everyone, config system settings, set OP mode, you can decide NAT or transparent. So to change operating mode, you can go in VDOM. Now, next generation firewall mode. So we have two options in FortiGate: profile based next generation firewall mode or policy based. You can change as per your requirement. For route configuration, okay, we have interfaces, network interfaces. So for route configuration, for network interfaces configuration, you can go in VDOM. Firewall policy configuration to allow your traffic from port number 2 to port number 3. You need to go in your VDOM, marketing VDOM, security profile. Yes, we can create. So in marketing firewall, okay, in marketing firewall, if I'm creating security profile, antivirus security profile, so this profile I can only use in marketing, everyone. This profile I can only use in marketing firewall box. I cannot use this antivirus profile in sales and in HR. You can go in sales firewall device, you can create your profile and you can utilize. Clear now, Simos, Satender?
Can we see the logs of VDOMs at one place?
You can get all system logs here. Okay, in system logs you can verify all type of logs. Okay, system logs, logs config, it's a log setting, config, logs information you can verify in system logs. Suppose system logs you can verify all type of logs, system related logs you can verify.
All VDOM logs we can get.
Yes, you can verify. You can verify in logs. You can verify in login and monitoring. I can show you this option. I can show you this option in 6.4 operating system. I will show you how to verify all kind of logs.
Okay.
I will show you all type of logs we can discuss. System log, security profile logs, traffic logs, sniffer traffic log. Okay, but this topic is clear, Simos?
Yes.
Okay, now wait. Okay, so in new OS version, yes, we have some new features. Some new features. So I told you, if you are creating antivirus profile, okay, you are in marketing firewall device, you are creating antivirus profile. So this profile you can only utilize in marketing video. But in new OS version, and we have a new feature. New feature is what? Global security profile. Global security profile. This option is not available in old OS version. You can see this tab is not available. This tab is not available here. So in new OS version, yes, we have some new feature, global security profile. So globally, you can create a security profile. It's called global security profile. And this profile you can utilize in any VDOM. You can go in customer VDOM. If you want to create any web filter profile, you can create. Otherwise, if you want to utilize a global security profile option, yes, you can attach. Okay, now how to create inter-VDOM link? I told you there is no communication by default. There is no any communication in between VDOMs. No communication. But if you want to create a link, you need to create inter-VDOM link option. What is inter-VDOM link? For example, I have three separate physical appliances. Okay, I have router 1, router 2, router 3. If I have three physical appliances, three routers, if you want to connect these three routers, what you can do, you need three cables. Okay, in between R1 and R2, separate cable, physical cable in between R2 and R3, separate physical cable. So we have 3 physical appliance. So we need physical link. To connect these 3 physical appliance, we need 3 physical link. Okay, these physical links. If you want to connect R3 to R1, physical link. But here we have what? We have appliances. We have appliances, we have separate firewall device, but these are logical firewall device. These are what? Logical firewall device. So to create a relation, to create a communication in between marketing, sales, and HR, you can create inter-VDOM link. Here we have appliance, but we have logical firewall device. These are not physical appliances. So we can create a link, but it's a logical link. It's called inter-VDOM link. For this, we have a requirement. If one device mode is L3 firewall device, NAT mode, and second firewall box mode is a NAT mode firewall device, like L3 appliance, you can create inter-VDOM link. If one device mode is L3 and one device mode is L2, so yes, you can create inter-VDOM link, like L3 and L2 communication. But if both devices mode is for transparent firewall device, you cannot create inter-VDOM link. How to create inter-VDOM link? It's a simple task. You can go in global tab. You can go in global setting option. Okay, I have a firewall device. Wait, I have a firewall device, and this firewall is divided into 2 separate VDOMs, marketing and sales. For example, marketing firewall and sales firewall. So to create inter-VDOM link, you can go in global tab. You can click network interfaces. You can click on create new. You can create inter-VDOM link option. So this is what inter-VDOM link page. I want to create a link in between marketing and sales, a logical link. It's a link, so we need an IP address on both interfaces. So you can give a name for this VDOM link. For example, V-link, it's a name. I want to create a VDOM link in between marketing and sales. So you can give a VDOM name. We can configure IP address. So 10.10.100.1/30/32 means /30 means what? 2 IP address. So 10.10.100.1 I'm using here and .2 here /30. Clear now, Simos, Satinder?
Can you say
This
the
is
last
this
option?
yes, Simos.
Can you say the last option?
Last option, you can create your inter-VDOM link. You can use /30. /30 is what? Only 2 IP address. We have a link in between marketing and sales. So one IP address I'm using here, and next IP address on second link. So .2. You can define IP address. You can define.
Can you go for the back slide?
Okay.
Here last transparent to transparent it is
Layer 2 firewall. If you have layer 2 firewall, you cannot establish inter-VDOM link.
layer 2 to layer 2 to layer 2 to layer 2.
Yes, you cannot establish inter-VDOM link. This is a requirement.
Okay.
If one device mode is NAT mode, other device mode is a NAT mode, you can establish. If one device mode is NAT mode, other device mode is layer 2 firewall. So yes, you can establish, you can create inter-VDOM link.
Okay.
Clear? This is our topic, everyone. VDOM concept.
Okay.
Most clear for you? Satinder, any question?
No.
Okay, so this is our topic, virtual domain. Tomorrow we can focus on login and monitoring. We can start this topic, everyone. VPN concept, IPsec and SSL VPN, we can discuss. For IPsec and SSL VPN, I'm sending a basic VPN video. Everyone, please check WhatsApp. Wait. I'm sending right now. Before start this IPsec or SSL VPN concept, please watch this video. It's a basic VPN concept.
Okay, sure.
Okay, I'm sharing in 5 minutes. Okay, Simos, Satinder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll focus on login and monitoring. Here we can discuss all type of logs, and how to capture our packet through graphical page or through CLI command. Everyone, let's start our topic tomorrow. Bye guys, take care.
Fine.
Bye everyone.
Bye.